Now, I want people to focus in on this white pickup truck behind me, and I'm going to step out of the camera's view because this is where police say that 2 people were stabbed. Now, you see this wall. This is just a little bit above my hip, but the water on Friday flowed over this wall, seeping into people's homes.
1, 2.
Guys, how am I doing? I don't know. And this alleyway is where the shooting happened last night on the 700 block of Blaine Avenue right behind it. But I also want people to focus their attention over here. This is where a stabbing happened back in October, so a lot of violent crime happening in this neighborhood. Scammers are able to change their outbound phone number with an app like this one. So when they call you, it looks like a 605 number.
Little chilly out there this morning.
I tried to wear bright colors to bring out the warm weather, you know, bring on spring, right? I don't think it's gonna work though.
No.
We are live, sir, so thank you so much for stopping by today and voting with us. He wants to wave. He got his vote in today. He's pretty excited about it. This snow and this cold, this is gonna be one of the biggest obstacles for search and rescue teams this morning. Let's see, we should get you into the ring. Maybe we can
Duke it out.
It's so cold outside that this froze. I couldn't even show you my science experiment. Now let's get a live look of these roads right now. Safe Travel USA reports that there are a lot of scattery and slippery spots. His GPS ankle monitor will alert police, but neighbors say there isn't even a good signal out here, so we decided to test it. And when we tried it, we couldn't even get a signal. Let's get right over to meteorologist Colleen Hurley. Colleen, I understand a tornado warning is currently in effect. So what does that mean for us? You might be able to see, it's a little far away, that a car rolled multiple times. Ethan Emery, our meteorologist, was saying there was going to be some severe storms heading our way, and it seemed that a pretty big storm passed through our area, but it's already over. But I'm along West Boulevard, and I just want to show you what it looks like right now. At least in this area, you see all this water. Just hanging out here, trying some aerial dancing. I hope you have a pot of coffee brewing and you're ready to start your day. I know I had my cup earlier. Definitely need that to get going. I'm doing it. I'm holding a snake.
Crown them.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Thanks for watching. But they all agreed on one thing. There's too much crime happening here.
Theft. Vandalism.
Police respond to a lot of calls in this neighborhood. Neighbors tell me they've had their cars stolen, houses broken into, and one person even said a dog was poisoned by someone walking by. So the people who live here joined together and established a community garden on Lemon Avenue to help fight crime. And for a while, it made a difference.
During the summer, it wasn't like too bad. You're like, okay, this is a pretty chill neighborhood. And then once Halloween rolled around, there was that stabbing that was on Lemon.
And since then, neighbors say crime has spiked.
But there's been all wide variety from stabbings to domestic arguments to shootings.
Crimes returned to the point where it just doesn't bother them anymore.
With everything that's happened, it just kind of is like, oh, a shooting happened, you know, or just kind of like, we didn't even hear anything. Sometimes we're even oblivious to sirens too. We're just kind of like, yeah, north.
You're so used to it now, you think?
Yeah, basically.
So we asked, what do you think should be done? It was a little divided.
I'm not quite sure what is to be done, I guess, because the police force, I think, are doing their job quite well, you know.
I think there's kind of a general consensus that there should be a little more police presence, but then a lot of things get hidden.
Ritter says regardless, she will continue to live here.
I feel, safe. I'm an independent person. I feel safe enough here.
But Hinkle?
And it's really hard to have the conversation of like, we probably shouldn't raise our kids here because we don't want them to be surrounded by this and think that this is normal.
The sound of a fan is familiar for people in Robbinsdale as they try to dry out after recent severe storms that caused major flooding.
I mean, that's up to mid-thigh, and that was in our garage, up that high and all through the yard.
Vicki Kobernick says floodwaters damaged the foundation of her house.
The water started spraying in through our foundation.
She blames the drainage system, saying too much water from different streets is flowing into one place.
So in the meantime, they, put Band-Aids on it with this concrete barrier that's over there. And that is partially the reason that my house flooded, because that water used to spill over into those fields and then caused worse stuff for for this side of the drainage ditch. So.
In 2007, the city started a project to create a better drainage system in this neighborhood, installing a box culvert on Meade Street with plans to extend west of Elm. The city imposed a drainage tax on people to pay for this. The project stopped. The taxes didn't.
And the project was never picked up again to finish up the project.
Do you still pay that drainage tax?
Everybody in town does.
The city says they may resume the project in the future, but it could cost millions of dollars, and they say the funds just aren't there.
That area of town has seen some major improvements. We need to do work in other parts of town that are more important. So at this time, we don't have funding set aside to do any drainage improvements in Robbinsdale.
But Kobernick and Van Wyck think this project should be top priority.
The city keeps saying that there's no money, but there's got to be a way to figure it out.
Now, Alicia, you see this barricade? This is actually where a rail used to be before a car was washed into this person's yard, knocking it down. Now, some neighbors are asking for higher walls, but others just want the problem completely fixed. Alicia? How you guys feeling right now?
Pretty great. Anticipation, nervousness, and excitement. As families and friends waited for 350 deployed airmen and women to return to Ellsworth Air Force Base after 6 months in Qatar.
Who are you guys waiting for?
And for some, it's been 6 months too long.
I waited to miss him so much. 6 months was long enough.
And for others, minutes felt like hours as they kept an eye on the sky.
I'm surprised. Her friends and knew that Mackenzie would really like me here, so we worked together to fly me out here.
And when they finally landed and stepped off the plane, there was no sweeter moment than this. On Ellsworth Air Force Base, Madison Elliott, Coda Territory News.